can watch her from the satellite, but if you look closely at her face, you can see the scar, the scar.
Brilliant film about environmentalism and how we need to protect the Earth. It starts in a space shuttle with scientists looking down on the Earth and how horrified they are with our pollution and our fires and chopping down trees and our smog. And the animation is so clever in this, and the faces are so expressive with their button eyes and their furry faces, and yet they're so emotive, these little creatures. And when they come down to Earth, they try to bring growth down to the Earth, and in the meantime you have shots of horrible pollution and plastic bottles. But it's a very optimistic piece by the end.
It has a great song. I really enjoyed that. I think that should be the first thing that should be stated right off the bat. It beautifully scores the entire story and is just in itself catchy and enjoyable as a song. So it really checks off all the good marks for as far as, you know, music used in film. And the story of this short film seems to be about kind of, you know, a post-apocalyptic setting on Earth, and about the government attempting to thwart environmental efforts from individuals to try to revitalize the environment. So this always felt like a larger metaphor for government regulations and bureaucraticness preventing adequate environmental protection in our society in reality. And it was good that this story was used to kind of give that thematic idea. And I thought it did so quite well. It was cautionary, right? Because it's like, we could get to this point if we don't make the efforts today. But it also showed how no matter what happens, there will always be people who will fight for the environment, who will fight for our rights to have clean air, to have beautiful trees, to have fresh soil for food, for nutrients, for sustenance, and for the betterment of the planet itself.
One of the themes that I caught in Astronaut Spaceman was wish recycling, where we just kind of throw plastic bottles in piles and hope that somebody will find something to do with them. I completely agree with his message, and I really like the song by Jared Kotler and George Vitre, which he made Astronaut Spaceman as a passion project, and it is very delicately and very finely put to music, or the story accompanies the song. We have the power of organic chemistry, the evil of the oil corporations. Danny Clark did splendid work in the run and walk cycle of the animated characters, who are cute sawdust sort of characters, sort of like dolls, until that moment when the little girl runs past the dead spaceman. And from then on, I really felt that the story became real, and this is a real story, evoking memories of WALL-E, and that we're dealing with astronauts who are trying to recreate life on space stations and trying to recreate organic beauty. It was just vividly and graphically spectacular, and I really recommend that everybody see it. Hopefully before it's too late, before climate control dooms us all.
This was a frightening, yet it had an element of hope for what could be, I guess, a not-so-distant future for us on Earth. The music and the visual storytelling really worked in tandem to shed some light and explore this potentially destitute wasteland. The animation characters were really adorable, and I find that helped put some ease on the weight of the piece, especially seeing this young girl alone on this planet. I feel like it brought a little bit of that levity, but almost made me care even more. And the weight of the reality in their quest was very much present and kept the tension throughout the piece.
Beautiful story that I'm so glad had a happy ending. First off, I wanted to say how amazing the animation was. it was so textured and detailed, and just, it was really beautiful to watch. I like to think that it was also a nod to, you know, people of color and how we are the future. So I loved everything about this. I thought it was such a sweet little film, and great job to everybody involved.
I enjoyed the animated style of this one. It looked like they really wanted to go for a more stitched sort of puppet stop motion kind of look, but I think where they landed really works well. It definitely takes you through this story as the song goes on, and it's just enjoyable to watch. Definitely worth checking out.
I really liked the style of animation. I thought it was just really fun to watch. It was really easy to watch as well. Like, visually speaking, I think everything worked really well together, and I thought using animation in the style of animation and the other ways that they told the story was the exact right call for that.